Yeah, I think we're in a very interesting place, an inflection point in risk management and specifically risk technology. Technology markets changing rapidly, artificial intelligence, advanced technologies, and we're at that point now where organizations that hadn't adopted these tools in the past are certainly realizing that if they don't do that immediately, that they'll fall behind the curve. We haven't seen this really in the insurance industry, or particularly around technology, in many, really ever, at the level that we're seeing right now. And the tools are catching up very quickly and making, it's really changing the dynamic of how risk management operates. I think in many cases people think that cost is a barrier to getting into these type of technology, and I think that's a false economy. I think the opportunity is significant on the cost savings, the operational efficiencies, and the just the pure decision-making power that these tools have. What we historically had seen with software is that you look for a 3 to 5 year ROI on an investment, and today I think we see, if we're not seeing that in 18 months, there's probably something's not being done correctly. I think one of the other things that people maybe get hesitant about is they have to look at what's the trade-off. Does that mean I'm replacing an FTE? Well, you're likely replacing the work they're doing, but that helps them move to the next level. Maybe you don't make the next hire at the most junior level, but I think the returns come back very, very quickly now, particularly with artificial intelligence. I think for many organizations, I think thinking about how to adopt artificial intelligence and other advanced technologies can be very daunting. But I think there's some ways to start. So the first would be the information I offer my clients is to educate themselves, even if it's on a personal level. Use the tools that are available. Use ChatGPT if you're not familiar with any of those tools. The second thing I would say is that once you've got an understanding of that, is look at what are you trying to solve for? What are the use cases? There's some great tools out there, but you shouldn't just use them off the shelf the way that a vendor or a provider may say that use. Figure out what's going to have the biggest impact at your organization. I'd say start small and pilot ideas and test cases that you can show value right away, because that I think will help get the buy-in, because one of the other challenges in the organization is organizational buy-in, even at an individual level, that it's going to replace my job. And so how it can augment a job and even improve the way people do business.